time, and a big clogs the lane. Now, they've tried it with Dwight Howard. They've tried it with Clint Capella, and none of it's worked. James needs the ball, okay? Magic and Kareem, Skip, they would get out Showtime, get down the court, but then everybody, they say, okay, Cap, get down on the block. Magic, do his thing, come to a side where you wanted at, dump it down to him. Kareem, throw the sky hook. That's not James. Skip, James is not a traditional point guard like Magic, like Stockton, like Jason Kidd. He's a 2, and he needs the ball. And if you're going for this to work, that means Joel Embiid would need to spend a lot of his time behind the three-point line. Well, that's the problem. He spends too much time there to begin with. He need to have his big butt down on the block. No, Skip, I don't see any scenario where this would work with James Harden and Joel Embiid. I just don't see it working. I don't think it would ever happen because I don't see a scenario where the Rockets are trading James Harden, especially that. And Daryl Morey, he'd probably have Joel Embiid there for a year, and then he would trade Joel Embiid for a package to get more guards or forwards.
Maybe.
But you believe it'll work, though.
I do believe it would work, especially if Doc Rivers were coaching it. And one guy I don't bet against in this league is Daryl Morey when it comes to pulling off trades. He's made it clear he would like to go get James Harden.
Yeah.
He left that full-page ad in the Houston Chronicle saying that James changed my life.
Yeah, he did.
Okay? Got it. I wouldn't bet against him pulling this off some way, somehow. I can't see it right now, but I'm not Daryl Morey. And he's got high basketball IQ, and he's pulled off trades where I said, how did he even mastermind that? How did he even come up with the concept? It's going to take 3 or 4 teams involved.
Yes,
it's going to have to be a block.
Well, Skip, the thing is that why it worked for Russ and CP3 is that the contracts are very comparable. And maybe you could look at it and say the players were comparable. There is no comparison between James Harden and Ben Simmons.
Nope.
I understand Ben Simmons was the all-defensive team. He's been an all-star. But he ain't that. James Harden is a top 5 player. In any metric, no matter how you shake it up, he's a top 5 player. I'm not trading that. You're going to give me Ben Simmons and what? Your draft pick for the next 10 years?
Yes, that's what it would require. Okay, now let's just do the unlikely hypothetical.
Okay.
Listen, James Harden is at a stage of his career at age 31. You know, obviously he needs to win a championship.
Right.
If you have James Harden paired with Joel Embiid, I've told you I'm a much bigger Embiid fan than you are. I get all the issues, but I also see nuclear talent. Just when he's right like he was at 2018, 2019, 28 and 14 with 4 assists, that's high, and 2 blocks a game. He can be an absolute rim-protecting demon when he feels like it, when he is engaged. And that year, he's shooting, he made 79 threes in 2018, 2019, and shot 48% was a career high from the floor. So, and he's an 80% free throw shooter. Are you kidding me?
And what do you tell me?
Okay.
What do you tell me about LeBron? When he makes a couple of threes, what did he do?
Yeah.
He fall in love with him.
Well,
Joel Embiid makes a couple of threes. What did he do, Skip? Now, all of a sudden, he's Steph Curry. He spends the lion's share of his time out there behind the three-point line instead of having his butt on the block.
But what I love about Joel is he is a much better free throw shooter at 7 feet tall than LeBron has been career. That's money in the bank. And you don't talk about making free throws. James is all-time, all-time. At getting to the line, obviously, he just dominates every year.
I mean, what is it, like 7 straight years he's led in free throw attempts and makes?
Yeah, last year he made 211 more free throws than anybody else. Trae Young was second. So he had 692 makes to 481 for Trae Young. That's absurd.
It is.
Because you're shooting, so he had 171 more attempts than the next guy.
Well, Skip,
wow.
Skip, let me ask you this. How does he get into the lane to draw those fouls?
Okay, I got it.
Joel is there.
I'm going to remind you, once James Harden actually led this whole league in assists. So it's not like he's not capable. It's not like he's blind. You know, he just sees rim, shoots basketball.
Yeah, he's what he averaged 7, 8 last year.
Yeah, he had 8 assists, which is pretty great.
That's good.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So to me, you switch it up, you change it up. It's not Russ driving the right-hand lane, James driving the left-hand lane, because that didn't ultimately work, right? you need some firepower because you need some rim protection. You can't win small all the time. They did the best they could do, but you don't have ultimately enough rim protection on defense. I thought James played the best defense of his career last year because he was 6th in the league in deflections and 3rd in loose ball recoveries.
Yeah.
Well, that's just playing your butt off every night on defense. I thought he played hard against the Lakers.
Well, if I'm Russ, I'm like, well, y'all trade James, get me up out of here. I came to play with James.
Okay, well, that's a whole nother issue. I can't fix that one, but I can tell you that if you have Doc Rivers trying to show both of these guys, they're both, obviously, James Harden, is he not a revolutionary talent?
Yes.
We've never seen anything like it before. So if you have Joel Embiid picking for you and popping, as you suggest, sometimes you're just going to turn around and you're going to have a wide open three, or rolling down the right side, and all of a sudden James goes, and if 2 come, he just drops it on the floor for Embiid to dunk it. I promise you, they're both such extraordinary off-the-charts talent. You could win with that. You could win the Eastern Conference for sure and get you to an...
You told me that KD and Kyrie going to win hands down.
Okay, well, this is right there with them. This is nuclear firepower.
Where Giannis going?
Home.
Oh, you done gave up on Giannis.
Well, what has he shown you? What in the postseason? What evidence do you have that he can lift a team by himself, a good team, to the finals?
Okay, well, tell me what evidence I have that Joel Embiid is going to be healthy. That he's going to be in shape.
I can't give you those. That would be a Doc issue. Doc would have to convince him. And I want to give you this. James and Joel share this. I question both of their sort of basketball toughness, their mental toughness, their guts, their drive, their willpower, their killer instinct. I don't know if they have it. The intangibles are dubious, but the talent is extraordinary, and it's proven talent. I'm not betting on the come here. They have both done it at the highest level in this league.
But James has done it more consistently. I can't.
No, I don't know.
Joel, he might be there for 2 games and then miss a week, and you know he got no stomach problems.
Yep. Well, in 2019, you remember what happened in the postseason? Kawhi Leonard hit the luckiest shot in the history of the playoffs, and that was what it took to beat them in a Game 7. Then they would have gone and beaten Giannis, and then here they would have been in the finals.
Well, they beat. They played Golden State. They had already beaten Giannis. They beat Giannis
they beat. Okay, well then this was the. Wait, that was the conference finals.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was a semifinal.
No, it was the Eastern Conference Finals. They beat Giannis in the divisional.
Okay, so they'd already done that. So it took the luckiest shot in the history of the playoffs to keep them from Golden State.
All I know is my guy don't have to hit all those. Those little forward, hit the rim, hit the front of the rim, back of the rim, top of the backboard. Bird flew in and kicked the ball in the hoop. My guy ain't never hit a shot like that.
Really?
My guy just swish it.
He just had the luckiest run to a ring that he's ever had, that anybody's ever had.
Hold on. You just said COVID is about attrition. The NFL about guys being able to dodge COVID and injury. My guy did that. So that should be like, they should give him 2 rings for that.
That's true. I told you, he won the COVID championship.
There you go.
Congratulations.
There you go.
Cubic zirconia.
Do not call it that.
So what about the NFL? So if somebody wins the title this year,
It's starting to smell like it.
Yeah, if your guy Tom goes all the way to Tampa. We're not going to be calling it the COVID championship. I just want to remind you.
You can have it.
We're saying it now.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Cowboys, though. I don't think they're going to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. Do they need to admit they are struggling on offense? That is next.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy, and I won't back down.